Frank couldn't stand it any longer. He knocked loudly. "Hey, Coach!" The talking stopped. Frank counted to 6. The door flew open. Coach Hedge stood there scowling, his eyes bloodshot like he'd been watching too much TV. He wore his usual baseball cap and gym shorts, with a leather curious over his shirt and a whistle hanging from his neck, maybe in case he wanted to call a foul against the monster armies.
"Zang, what do you want?"
We're getting ready for battle. We need you above deck." The coach's goatee quivered.
"Yeah, of course you do."
He sounded strangely unexcited about the prospect of a fight. "I didn't mean to. I heard you talking," Frank stammered. "Were you sending an Iris message?" Hedge looked like he might smack Frank in the face, or at least blow the whistle really loud. Then his shoulders slumped. He heaved a sigh and turned inside, leaving Frank standing awkwardly in the doorway. The coach plopped down on his berth. He cupped his hand in his chin and stared glumly around his cabin. The place looked like a college dorm room after a hurricane. The floor strewn with laundry, maybe for wearing, maybe for snacks. It was hard to tell with satyrs. DVDs and dirty dishes scattered around the TV on the dresser. Every time the ship tilted, a mismatched herd of sports equipment rolled across the floor. Footballs, basketballs, baseballs, and for some reason, a single billiard ball. Tufts of goat hair floated through the air and collected on the furniture in clumps. Dust goats? Goat bunnies? On the coach's nightstand sat a bowl of water, a stack of golden drachmas, a flashlight, and a glass prism for making rainbows. The coach had obviously come prepared to make a lot of Iris messages. Frank remembered what Piper had told him about the cloud nymph's girlfriend who had worked for Piper's dad. Well, what was her name? Melinda? Millicent? No, Melly. Your girlfriend is Melly. Is she all right? Frank ventured.
"None of your business!"
The coach snapped. Okay. Hedge rolled his eyes.
"Fine. If you must know, yes, I was talking to Melly, but she's not my girlfriend anymore."
Oh, Frank's heart sank. You broke up?
"No, you don't. We got married. She's my wife."
Frank would have been less stunned if the coach had smacked him. Coach, that's great. When? How?
"None of your business!" he yelled again.
Oh, all right.
"End of May," the coach said, "just before the Argo II sailed. We didn't want to make a big deal of it."
Frank felt like the ship was tilting again, but it must have been just him. The herd of wild sports equipment stayed put against the far wall. All this time the coach had been married? In spite of being a newlywed, he'd agreed to come on this quest. No wonder Hedge made so many calls back home. No wonder he was so cranky and belligerent. Still, Frank sensed there was more going on. The coach's tone during the Iris message made it sound like they were discussing a problem. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, Frank said, but is she okay?
"It was a private conversation."
Yeah, you're right.
"Fine, I'll tell you."
Hedge plucked some fur off his thigh and let it float through the air.
"She took a break from her job in L.A. and went to Camp Half-Blood for the summer because we figured..."
His voice cracked.
We figured it'd be safer. Now she's stuck there with the Romans about to attack. She's pretty scared."
Frank became very aware of the Centurion badge on his shirt, the SPQR tattoo on his forearm. Sorry, he murmured, but if she's a cloud spirit, couldn't she just, float away? The coach curled his fingers around the grip of his baseball bat.
"Normally, yeah, but you see, she's in a delicate condition. It wouldn't be safe."
A delicate... Frank's eyes widened. She's going to have a baby? Are you going to be a dad?
"Say it a little louder," Hedge grumbled. "I didn't think they heard it in Croatia."
Frank couldn't help grinning. But Coach, that's awesome. With baby satyr or a baby nymph. You'll be a fantastic dad. Frank wasn't sure why he felt that way, considering the coach's love for baseball bats and roundhouse kicks, but he was sure. Coach Hedge scowled even deeper.
"The war's coming, Zang. Nowhere is safe. I should be there for Millie. If I gotta die somewhere..."
Hey, nobody's going to die, Frank said. Hedge met his eyes. Frank could tell the coach didn't believe it.
"I always had a soft spot for the children of Ares," Hedge muttered. "Or Mars, whichever. Maybe that's why I'm not pulverizing you for asking so many questions."
But I wasn't.
"Fine, I'll tell you," Hedge said again. When I was back on my first assignment as a seeker, I was way out in Arizona. Brought in this kid named Clarice.